Marboro Man from Wham Radio and new Wham TV, because we have mutiny people coming right at you from beautiful downtown Bourbon, Illinois, with your beautiful America's favorite co-host, Miss Anarchist.
Hey guys, this is Anarchist coming to you from the dark side of the moon here on Wham Radio, because we have a mutiny people. We have a few new updates for the show this week, some exciting news. I can't wait to share this information with our viewers. Marboro Man, thank you so much for a beautiful introduction.
Oh, you're quite welcome, Miss Anarchist. We would like to mention, like she was just saying, our Explore the Store series. That is coming up soon. Please keep an eye out, people. We will be at donation locations all over Chicagoland, which are popping up, so we want to remind you about those. This is a very special network of sponsors that are business owners, small and local business owners, that specialize in humanity, really, is the only way to put it. We're all trying to work together to make a better America. And that is the truth, people. We really are going out of our way to help take care of each other and, take the burden off of our government and actually, use a private club to take care of all the things that normally we would ask government for, but instead let it focus on its one thing, which is just national defense and protecting us from violence, which is all we need that to do. That's it. Everything else we can do ourselves through a private club. That's the very special message, because we can do a better, much better. Everybody knows that they can do things better than some of these crazy, obviously the government has gotten out of control a little bit. Let's just say that it would be better if we relieved it of the pressure so it's not so burdened and bogged down, and just was focused on the one thing that we need, because now it's an emergency. And that's the worst, protecting us from violence and national security defense right now is the worst thing, that biggest problem that we have. So moving on, people. Okay.
And speaking of all those things that Marboro Man described, you can check out our interview with the existentialist. We go over all these things that Marboro Man has just discussed previously. We go over the mask mandates and the convids and the numbers, and we discuss these things from a voluntarist perspective versus a socialist perspective, because obviously the existentialists are a combination of socialists and some constitutional right-leaning values. They are a team, so we have to take them as not only as a team but as individuals. So we want to thank you again, Tony B and Miguel, for hosting us on your show. It was a very wonderful experience, and we are looking forward to having any more possible discussions in the future. So just go on my channel at Anarchist on YouTube, and you'll be able to look at that episode here on the Existentialist. And you can also go on the Existentialist actual YouTube channel as well, and you'll be able to see their copy of the show as well.
Thank you so much for clarifying that, Miss Arquez. We appreciate that very much.
Oh, no problem, Marboro Man. And just switching over to another thing.
Because I know it's actually kind of hard to keep up sometimes with all the different work that we do. We do so much. We very, very hard to keep up. But we do manage somehow, by the grace of God.
And with managing that and all the things that we do, you can find it all in one spot at www.topoflinepro.com. That is our website. You'll be able to find everything you need to know about us under one roof, guys. You'll be able to look up our charity right here. We have our charity, Outer Heaven Ministries. They are a great small ministry that's ran locally here in the Berwyn area. They are some great people to work with. They help with a lot of homeless people, disabled people, disadvantaged youth, you name it, they do it all.
Right, yeah, the underprivileged, the less fortunate. Just basically anybody that's possible for them to be of assistance to and to help improve the quality of life. If that's something that's possible, then it gets done, and that's what that ministry is devoted to. Just an overall message of the revolution of Christ, I think, is the best way to put that.
Yes, and if you want to donate to Outer Heaven Ministries, you can go and donate to their GoFundMe, and from there you'll be able to help so many people here in the Chicagoland area. Anyone that is within reach of Outer Heaven Ministries, they will go and help them. And then next on here, we also have our membership, guys. So if you guys do support our channel and you do like the work that we do, I know we're not no big name, 10 million subscribers or anything, but we are a local broadcasting media company here, ran out of Chicago, Illinois. We are based, though, in California. Our headquarters is based in California, but our actual radio show is based here in Chicago. So we want support. So if you can, go to our Patreon page. You can join our membership for as low as $2 a month, guys. You can join us and help support this kind of content. Look, we are at 0 patrons, but that's because we are new, we're up and coming, and we are the next best thing here on the internet.
That's right. That reminds me, Ms. Arkist, that you can actually put your contact information in, and there's a note section where you can ask us what you want and how you want to change things, and how you want to do things better. Because remember, we're offering that to you, as a matter of fact. So we're allowing you to join in and suggest and be a part of with the entire group, as we lead the American people, and we'll actually provide those things, and we'll actually talk about how we can make those things happen. And there are no restrictions. That is the best part, because it is a private club, folks. Remember, you pay a small amount, and that entitles you to the freedom of privacy, complete and total privacy. Because remember, that's better than the general public is the general private, of course, because that way, anything that you need to take care of is completely up to you, and nobody can get involved. And that's really America. It's just doing your way, how the best thing. Of course, anti-violence all the way. Anti-violence, that's, the big message.
That's right. We want the freedom to obtain. Okay, so next here on our website, we're just giving you guys a few. This is actually of a really good, I want to say, intimate understanding of us here at Wham Radio. So that's why we made this website. It's for you guys to go and learn more about us, and for you to all come together and talk to us and be able to connect with us directly. That way we're not, because before we were just scattered across the internet, and we do have other offices, and right now this website is the place to be at if you want to know everything there is to know about Wham Radio and Top of the Line Productions. And our driving forces behind our broadcasting company are our sponsors. These are local business owners here within our area, and if you ever decide to open up a top-of-the-line office near you, you can use your local businesses around there to help sponsor your guys' show. But these people, these are business owners who care about the freedom of speech, who care about the Constitution and their natural rights as human beings, and being business owners and running and living in America and doing all the good things that Americans should be doing, making money and giving people jobs and doing all the good things that business owners should be doing. We want to support those people.
They are a true inspiration to us all. And you know who else is inspirational to us? There's a big shout out to a couple great churches out there. Of course, the Oak Park Avenue Baptist Church and the Cicero Bible Church. A couple great, wonderful churches that we just want to give a special shout out to because they inspire us and they inspire the community around us, and we just want to make sure that they get recognized as how very inspirational they are to the surrounding community and to the youth of the community.
I love how you put them under the local business section here that we're doing, Marboro Man. But
well, it's all very inspirational.
It is, because all these people have come here on our website. They've joined together under one roof with the rest of us to promote their products, and we're very comfortable promoting their products. We shop and eat and buy from pretty much every one of these places here on our list. And of course, again, Chicago doesn't have to be the only place where you could be a sponsor here on Wham Radio. It's anywhere USA. We are looking for you, Mr. Mom and Pop business owner, who cares about their constitutional rights, who cares about doing local business with each other and being able to value yourself and your work and your time in the American way.
You know, that's very interesting, Ms. Arkist. That's a good point. Should we look at, you know, our spirituality almost as a product? Is it something that we shop for? Because, you know, a lot of people have a spiritual awakening, and you could look at that in some, you know, according to some people's stories that I've heard, it does kind of sound like, you know, the journey that they take is a little bit like shopping. So, you know, that's interesting. That's a good point. I never looked at it that way, never thought of it that way. You know, of course, spirituality is a very, you know, personal thing for everybody. You know, it's to each his own. More power to you, I always say. But it's just something to think about because you brought it up, and I never really thought about that. And you know, that's very interesting. You know, just again, just pointing it out. That's all.
Okay, so don't forget to go to www.topolinepro.com. I'm going to leave all the information down in the description below. Don't forget to enroll in our e-newsletter, guys. It's very important that you guys stay connected with us through our private website. That way, if we're ever censored on YouTube or we can't get our content out there, of course, we are going to be opening up. We do have a BitChute account, and we will be starting a Gab. We're trying to touch on all different platforms, but as soon as we start seeing more censorship going on, we're probably going to just stay on our own website, and you guys can come and visit us directly. You'll be able to directly interact with any of our sponsors on our website. You'll be able to directly donate to our charity or sign up for membership all through our website.
And of course, we want to promote personal responsibility and safety for all, and for all a good night. That is always great message to remember, and something we want to remind people. Remember, drive safely, drive responsibly, and walk responsibly too. Be a nice, responsive, dress responsibly, especially. Anybody who knows me knows that I will always advise that someone dress responsibly because, you know, you have to go out in public too, people. Remember, I see some folks out there don't really care, like when they leave the house, you know. But hey, you know, it's just me. You know, put on a pair of pants if you can. You know, especially if you're gonna go outside. That's all. Just saying. Back to you, Ed. Oh, Scabby. We want to shout out to Scabby, the saving Scabby, the rat. Yeah. You dirty rat, Scabby. You killed my union brother, and now I'm the one that's going to kill you. Well, no, Scabby is a freedom of speech guy. He's real big in the protesting community, and unfortunately some people want to ban Scabby because they think he's too disgusting. That's the basic principle behind this. But you know, the promoters of Scabby say that he is disgusting to get attention, and that he's doing his job, and that is freedom of speech, and that really is what it boils down to. What do you think, Ms. Arquette?
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, I totally don't agree with unions, and we don't care about the unions unless they're voluntary. But the idea of Scabby the Rat possibly being exterminated. So I have actually found an article here. Is Chicago-born Scabby the Rat about to be exterminated? So the argument is that they think that Scabby the Rat is too ugly and he's deterring people from wanting to like go and be there and stuff like that.
He is absolutely hideous. So we are going to try to get an interview with Scabby. Don't worry. We're going to try to get that. So check out Marboro Man Minutes to Midnight. Coming up episode, I bet you will probably be an interview with Scabby.
So there's different variations of Scabby. Obviously, there's very different Scabby the Rat inflatables. But the idea behind it is that he's a representation of a scab worker in the unions or for the unions. They're against scab workers. So what they're trying to say is that Scabby may be an illegal form of picketing, which is restricted and regulated by law, or a form of protected free speech. A lot of people are trying to debate on whether or not Scabby should be used as a inflatable symbol to put in front of construction buildings, basically.
Wow, buy one, get one half off at Casey's Pizza. Holy cow. But yes, poor Scabby. I can't believe that they would try to take down that dirty rat. After all, I mean, he is just inflatable. What do they want to run him out of air for? I mean, what the heck? Although I did see the couple guys that were escorting Scabby the other day, and they make sure that he stays safe. He has like a little security team, by him, and it's pretty cool. So hopefully we're gonna actually get to see that on the show, and I'll get to show you people up close and personal what Scabby is really like. We'll see we can learn from him actually.
So someone from the National Labor Relations Board, Peter Robb, wrote in a court filing that the labor union's use is unlawful under the National Labor Relations Act and not protected under the First Amendment because they are being used specifically to menace, intimidate, or coerce the aid in an unlawful purpose. So Peter Robb is trying to say that on the corporate end, that the use of Scabby the Rat is unlawful because that he is being used to menace, intimidate, and coerce. Okay, that's their main argument as to why Scabby needs to be axed completely.
I'm going to try to show you folks up close and personal, but I've seen this thing up close and personal, and it's not menacing. It's really cute. It's really cool, actually, and it really gets attention, and it's just a very interesting kind of a thing. It's not menacing. Certainly, is not a word that I would use to describe it at all. Matter of fact, hilarious is more like it. Funny, humorous is more like it. Menacing is certainly not. I mean, that's almost makes it sound like it's angry. It's not. It's like it even has like an angry kind of face, but it's very hilarious and funny and smoky. It's cool looking.
So let's continue on with the article. It says Jim Sweeney of the Local 150 Operating Engineers, the union at the center of one of the key cases and the inventor, quote-unquote, of Scabby in 1988, says it boils down to constitutional protections. It is our free speech. As all Americans, we have a right to free speech, and they are actively, as we speak, trying to take Scabby as one of our ways to communicate with the public, Sweeney said. Sweeney, I'm going to have to tell you something. You might have to be a little careful there because you're saying some stuff about free speech, and with all the mass arrests going on with the quote-unquote rioters at Capitol Hill, you might have to stop talking about that free speech going on because that's too much freedom there, Sweeney. All right, Jim? Okay. I'm just saying because I'm just trying to look out for your best interest right now because that's too much freedom talk right now. You know, you might have to kowtow to your labor, to the labor officials above you guys who you're protesting against. You know, they might have a point. Maybe it is, it's against the First Amendment to have a giant inflatable rat in front of a construction site.
I would hope not, anyway. You know, I would like to take this brief opportunity to digress for a moment and give another special shout out to JC's Resale Shop. JC's Resale Shop on the corner of East Avenue and Cermak Road, the Mag Mile of Irvine, beautiful downtown Irvine, Illinois, has the latest in styles. For less than $10, you can get a brand new, whole new, fresh gear. And that's from top to bottom, shoes to hats, everything in between. Less than $10. And if you can't find it anywhere else, you can always find it at JC's. Okay, we're going back to the show now. Back to you, Ed.
Okay, so we'll just give a quick little recap. We're going to do the Explore the Store series here on Wham Radio and on the Top of the Line Productions, and on our network. It'll be all over the place where we will exclusively tour these stores at specific locations. And they could be potential donation locations if you guys come and stop in. But the whole point is just to explore the store. Also, check out the episode we had with the existentialist. It's very important if you want to hear a good discussion of why voluntarism may be more beneficial during the lockdowns, the mandates, the convids, the testing, the contact tracing, and yada yada. Okay, and then don't forget to check out our websites at www.topolinepro.com. You'll be able to stay in contact with us. You'll be able to donate to our charity, become a member, stay in touch with our sponsors, and you'll also be able to enroll in our e-newsletter.
And generally find out what it's all about to be a member of the American People's Club. The American People's Club is just a private club where we want to just simply do private business with each other. And it's basically all it is. It's just to solve the economic emergency and also to solve the safety emergency. You know, it's anti-violence, so we want to protect and stop violence also. That's really it. Simple, simple, simple.
All right, and then we also talked a little bit about Scabby the Rat and why we should save Scabby. Not because we need to save labor unions, but we do need to save free speech altogether. So just check out the article. Give me your opinions on what you think about Scabby the Rat. Should we keep him? Should we not keep him? Or basically, should we have free speech? Should we not have free speech? You guys give me your opinions down in the comment section below. Okay, everyone, I think that's coming to the end of the show. Marboro Man, you want to take us out?
Oh, I certainly, Miss Arquette. This is Marboro Man from Wham Radio. This evening, signing out, and...
This is Anarchist coming to you from the dark side of the moon here on Wham Radio because we have a beauty people, and we will see you all on the very next show.